Welcome back for another episode. This is the last episode of our puzzle piece. So after this, we should be absolutely done with this thing. We just got done making our presentation file, and we used our assembly file to do that. After making all of our parts, putting them in our assembly file, bringing and creating a view of our assembly in a presentation file, and then picking those parts off, these blue arrows showing exactly where they go to finish our puzzle. We saved that. Just say yes to all, click OK. I go to New, and what we're going to do is make another drawing file. This is our final one. It's going to show our presentation file, and we're actually going to put a parts list on it, which is something you see on every single assembly file that is sent from customer to supplier. So it's something that you would come across every day as an engineer. We're going to go to Create, and of course we're going to 1, 2, 1. And this time I'm just going to put inches. That's something I'm going to ask you guys to do from now on, because nowhere else in our assembly file does it say if we're in inches, centimeters, or where else. So it's going to be important that we put 1 to 1 inches from now on. I'm in 3B, Mr. Spaeth, and name of drawing, we're just going to put puzzle part list. Click OK. Okay, so now we have everything else in there we need. What I'm going to place as a base is not my assembly file. I'm going to change this to presentation files, and I'm going to click right here. So there I have it. Open. Notice it's a little bit big, and it's not the view that I want either. I'm going to change my view orientation. That's the view that I want to show on there. So there, I changed it now. I'm going to place it right there and click OK. Notice it's not in color any longer, so let's fix that. One thing we can do is go over here and go to Shaded and click OK. Notice we have color now. And if we think it's just a little bit too big, we can change our scale up to, let's say, 2 to 1. Well, that made it bigger. Let's make it 1.5. So it's a little too small. So we can also do a custom view. I can just type it in. So let's just do 1 by 1.5. Enter. Make it just a bit bigger yet. 1 by 1.15. There we go. That's about the right size. And then just to show that different scaling, I'm going to turn on this little visibility, and it's going to say it right here. Scale 1 to 1.15. All right? Let's see. And instead of saying view 1, I'm just going to put puzzle assembly. All right? So that looks good right now. A couple of things I want to do now is annotate this drawing. So what I'm going to do is go to Annotate, and I'm going to put balloons on there. So grab a balloon, click on your part, click OK, and here's my first part. I got to click once, and then let me try this again. Click on there enough, you get to BOM properties. It says OK. I'm just going to click once and then right click and go to continue. Notice that that's part 3 of the assembly file that we put together when we made this. Grab another balloon, left click and then right click and go continue. It's part 5. Left click, then right click, part 4. left click and then right click, and then part 1 goes pretty fast once you got it. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we can change, if we click escape, we can always change where we put those by grabbing them and putting them somewhere else. Next thing we're going to put down is a parts list. So I'm going to click on parts list. I need to find my assembly file, which is right there, the first thing I picked. So if my project path is set, all these files should easily show up. That's the only thing I need to put in there. Then I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to put it up in this upper right-hand corner. So right there. Now notice there's a couple things on here: description, part number, quantity, item. Quantity is important. Item number is important. Item number corresponds to our bubbles that we put on here, our balloons. Parts list, the part number, that's always really important. So it's our purple piece. Number 1 is our purple piece. That makes sense. But this description I don't need. So I can actually adjust what I have in here. If I right click and go to edit parts list, I see this description portion. I can't get this out of there from here. Where I need to go is column chooser up in the upper left-hand corner. And notice description, that's the one I want out of there, so I'm going to remove, click OK, click apply, and OK again. And you'll notice we have a parts list. All of our parts on there, numbered with balloons. We now have a date on there because we saved it. And we are good to go. So that's it. Once you're done with this, you're done with your puzzle project. And we can save this, print this out for your instructor, give that to him, and that'll be his notice saying that you are done with your puzzle piece.